Today is a sad day.
Okay, I realized that was just like a whole load of text, and, you know, if you didn't read it very quickly or happened to read the correct point for the context that we need here, it probably is a little bit confusing. So, let's get into this. Hello, my fellow hunters. I should probably, I guess, specify that literally today isn't the sad day like 5 days ago was. As of the 8th of April, 2024, the online services for the 3DS and Wii U have been discontinued, shut down, taken offline, forevermore, killed, executed, and murdered. Sorry, I just, it's sad, okay, I got carried away. And you might ask, oh, is that a huge deal? And, I mean, yeah, for anyone who is still playing on those consoles with games with an online that they care about, but of course, us, as monster hunters at heart, the core of this channel, always, it's an especially big blow because it means Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate is dead. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate is dead. And that's a real shame. Now, of course, you could still play it, you know, offline and do all of the online stuff single player, but apart from that being sad, it's not balanced for that to be the case. And yes, there is always the emulation answer, but still, it's not so much the literal fact this has happened. It is a shame, and it is, you know, it gives me that bittersweet pang. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate was really something special, and a online hunt with randoms against two 140 Apex Rajangs was literally one of the first ever Monster Hunter videos I actually had released on this channel back when no one knew I even really played it, even though I had been doing it since the very first game, and it predates Monster Hunter World and that all happening. So seeing that as now something that is just no longer possible, yeah, you get really just kind of sad little reminders of it like this. The simple man from Mr. Abyss here. There was loads of final hunts saying goodbyes in lobbies as the servers went down, and it really did feel quite the momentous occasion. The fact that there were enough people playing to actually hold these sort of commemoration final little adventures as everything was taken offline one by one, I mean, it says a lot about how much the community loves all of Monster Hunter, even the older games. Which, of course, means that the only fully functional supported Monster Hunter games remain the 5th gen and then Generations Ultimate on the Switch. And that's kind of where we're going with this. With now the last vestige of underwater combat gone, and what many still consider to be the best Monster Hunter game in 4 Ultimate gone, it kinda just leads to the big question of, can they not be gone? Because Monster Hunter, as I've said many times and will continue to say, is in a unique position amongst many game series where every entry into it has its own right to exist and stands up on its own. There is many series where just play the latest one because it's kind of the best. Like, they're all basically the same kind of thing, iterated on each other, and, you know, generally speaking, unless something went wrong or you just happen to have a preference, the newest one tends to be the most complete worthwhile playing one. And that's just not kind of the case with Monster Hunter. Now, don't get me wrong, the 5th gen is peak, but there is something in every Monster Hunter, even the literal first one, for all its frustrating problems sometimes, that has a joy to it, that offers an experience that nothing else offers in the entire series, that has mechanics unique to it, that has locations and monsters unique to it, that has a feel to it that none other can replicate. And I think 3 Ultimate and 4 Ultimate are two of the biggest examples of that. 3 Ultimate with the apex form of the underwater generation, and 4 Ultimate with what many, as I said, consider to still be the peak of Monster Hunter, with such a wonderful experience throughout it. And I think now that the servers have gone down, it kind of just highlights, at least psychologically, that the world has moved on, that they are considered the past now, as everything before them were, the second generation, the first generation. But seeing it happen just kind of got me contemplative more than anything. I think it's definitely something worth talking about, worth marking in the annals of Monster Hunter history, and I think it's worth saying more than anything that, damn it! Give us Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate and 4 Ultimate Remastered version on the Switch. I'll even take PC. I don't care. That is what we need. That is what it should be. Imagine if this picture was real. Oh, would that not be the most glorious thing? Like, Monster Hunter has had such a storied and beautiful history, and I think preserving all of it is really quite important and worthwhile. Seeing it all go by, remembering the memories tied to each and every one, because I think that is such a big part of it. Every hunter has such strong memories tied to every Monster Hunter game, and I think none more so than perhaps your first, and knowing that the memories created in your introductory Monster Hunter game will now remain just that, memories, or at least never to be experienced again in the way they were at the start, it does just have that moment. It really does. For me, some of my most favorite games of all time, I can't go back and play because I feel sad in doing so that it's not my first time and I can't relive those initial memories. Like, for example, Witcher 3. It is an absolute masterpiece, and I adored every second of it. But every time I have opened it after my initial, 150 hour or so playthrough, I can't play for longer than 10 minutes before the kind of pang of, oh, it's just not the same, gets to me and I have to close it. Whereas Monster Hunter has kind of always escaped that, despite all of them I very much feel the same about, because of that individuality each generation, each entry holds. How each one is, in its own right, a unique experience worth celebrating and, well, experiencing as many times as you want. So ultimately, as here we are in the anniversary year, 20 years of Monster Hunter, the year where, well, anything that would happen, remaster, remake-wise, would make sense to happen, I am doing nothing but calling for a hopeful 4 Ultimate, 3 Ultimate, enshrining in a more modern system that we can experience them again, and maybe even a return to the 4th or 3rd gen might be in order. I don't think it's necessarily likely at all. There's no real evidence towards it that is available, but I think it's something that would please the hearts of many a hunter after they have been downtrodden by this finality of the support for the systems that these games call home officially coming to an end, and with that, this simple knowledge that as far as everything is concerned, they are very much the past now. They have joined relic status along with the rest of the Monster Hunter series, and we only are left with a single game from before Monster Hunter World that actively is, well, cared about in that sense. So for me, yeah, I want so bad a remaster of 4U. I know that we have just pro and noobed through it, and there's still more episodes left of that, and that's really exciting. But look, it's not the same as an exciting release that everyone gets behind, that everyone can play. For me, I never got to share a pre-5th gen Monster Hunter with you guys in the way that I would want to. Never cover it, never explore it, never share with you builds, never make all of the awesome things we love to make that make us happy, express that passion. and that would be a real treat. Perhaps a selfish wish, but one that I can't deny I still have. And yes, we're getting Monster Hunter Stories in the middle of the year. That's getting a lick of paint and will be put in the spotlight once more, so that's really cool. But I think we can all agree some form of older Monster Hunter just to tide us over for the rest of the year might well be one of the best things for the series. That said, more wild stuff will indeed make it to our eyeballs come the summer, and then we can start rolling on that excitement towards its release, which in theory shouldn't be too crazy far into 2025, right? Like if they're revealing more in the summer, that's kind of 6 months to 2025, and 6 months tends to be the new Monster Hunter game news cycle, so yeah, that is potential. But in any case, I just wanted to put this out here because I want you guys to share your memories of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, how you feel about it being shut down, and where you stand on, well, everything that I've talked about. I just kind of want to give 4 Ultimate and 3 Ultimate its send-off, its eulogy, and this video is exactly that. For now then, like if you've enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more. Consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below, and until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.